Hi, I'm here today to do a spotlight with a really great leader and a really good friend of mine, Deirdre O'Connell, who is the CEO of Gale Sotheby's International Realty in New York. Deirdre, thank you so much for coming today. It's really special to have you here, and our audience is really excited to hear about your journey as a leader and how you got to where you are today, and hear some of the secrets of success and what happens on that journey.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here with you, Liz.
So can you start, I love to have our clients start with talking a little bit about their life before their career. You know, your childhood, your youth, how you grew up, and the values you learned at that stage of life that brought you to where you are today. So I'd love to hear a little bit about your story.
Sure, I'd love to share. I'm the oldest of 5 children. My parents are immigrants. They came from Ireland.
Wow.
And they were both extremely hardworking, and they believed in hard work, they believed in education, and they believed in pushing their children to be the best they could be from a very young age.
Wow.
My father always worked, at that time anyway, in financial services.
Okay.
And my mother was more of a stay-at-home mom, but probably a pretty antsy one, loved to do things here and there. And one evening, she made really amazing pies, and one of her friends said, you know, you should sell these pies. Mm-hmm. And she took her all day to bake 4 pies the first Friday, and they sold out immediately. And the next week she had an order for like 8 pies. Took her like more time to do. And before she knew it, she was baking 25 pies on a weekend. God. And eventually one of the local fruit stands asked her if she would bake pies for the stand. So we ended up building a bakery in our garage. And as a whole family, it took the whole family, and we were very young, working together. We had an assembly line, and my mother would roll and make the pie crust, and I would do the filling, you know, put it in, and the next person would put, you know, water up the edges, and somebody would put the top on and do the edges, and then into the oven they would go.
That's fantastic.
But it took an incredible amount of work, and many times we do well over 100 pies on a Friday night for a Saturday.
Oh my God! So she started with 4 pies and went to 100 pies with the O'Connell family.
Well, actually, Nolan family.
Nolan family. Oh, okay, right.
So, but it was a lot of work, and that was the way we were brought up. And my parents were also, they were risk takers. Like, they took chances, and they a few years later had an opportunity to buy a market, a pretty established market, but not really working to its potential.
Right.
And they named it Nolan's Village Market, and they were ahead of their times in the sense that they believed in quality, not quantity. You know, my sister was the checkout person. I used to work in the back, and on a Saturday you'd be in bed and the phone would start ringing. My father would be like, "Get up here, there's a lot of people," and we'd have to go running up to work.
So you weren't a teenager that got to sleep till noon? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, the later you were out, the more you had to work. In fact, if you were out really late, you had to do tuna fish and fish salad in the morning.
That was a good family policy. That's how you keep teenagers in line.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
It. But it was a great way to grow up, and it was really all about working hard, about the power of the team.
Right, I love that.
And about taking chances. I mean, they had nothing to fall back on, but they always took that extra chance, knowing that hopefully it would pay off.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it did.
It did.
And it certainly sounds like it paid off in you.
Well, I think it gave me a lot of the confidence and a lot of the, I think the other thing, that they were really caring parents, and I think that if you have parents that really not only drive you, but care and love you, that is the best combination, and that's a combination I think as a leader you need to have as well. I mean, you have to bring the best out in your people, but they have to know that you care and love them.
Yeah.
And that was certainly a lesson that I received from them.